Hello, 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 and we're back. It's the Awkward Uncles. I'm Uncle Joey, and with me, as always, my good friend,
Uncle Chris.
Unky Chris. It's lucky number 7. Holy
seven.
crap, how do we make it this far? 7 good ones, and we've got another great episode for you guys. We've got a new What's Annoying Me. We'll talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs, our thoughts on being goated, a new top 5 for the week, and of course, a few dad jokes to round it out. But before we get into all that, Chris, how was your week this past week? Anything new?
Nothing
Anything
new.
exciting?
Nothing exciting. It was
Just a crap week.
just a normal everyday run of the mill week. Yeah, it was just a normal week, which I guess is a good thing. It wasn't as hectic as it normally is, but there's always this week ahead that'll be just as crazy. So
True. Yeah. It always seems like something just catches up or, happens when you least expect it kind of thing. I'm trying out some new digs here. So we came to my house and did the podcast this time. I like that rocking chair.
it's gonna put me to sleep.
I'll sing you a lullaby later.
Oh, you put me to sleep usually, so
Oh, hey, bazinga. Wow. All right. So, nothing really crazy on my side of the thing for the last week either. But just work, and more work. We became short-staffed at work, so that's always fun. So now we have a harder time going to fill in where we need to, and I don't know. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be hectic, but I'll get through it one way or another. We'll make it happen, which is fine. All right. I know, like, you've got so many things on your list. So what's annoying you this week?
well, I guess coincides with how my week was.
Okay.
I guess I just can piggyback off it. And we don't have to go too deep diving into it because it's a whole can of worms. But April 15th, I had to do that thing we have to do every year.
Yes.
And the stupid taxes.
Taxes.
And it just
Gotta
annoys
pay Uncle
me.
Sam.
It's so dumb.
It is dumb. But
because
unfortunately,
there's actually a cool video out there on YouTube probably. And it talks about the life of like $100 or something.
Oh, all
just
right.
from like the time, like you work hard.
Yep.
You get paid, so they take tax.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh, I want to go buy something with my money because I'm left with, we'll just use simple numbers because don't know what to think. Now I got $90 out of the 100 I earned.
Okay.
Now I want to go buy something. Oh, you're going to tax me on that too.
Yep.
And then it's like, but then you think about the tax that store had to buy to get that product in.
Right.
The tax that those people had to make it get it in.
Yeah.
And it's just like the number of tax that is paid on one item is out of control. And I know it's a huge rabbit hole of things we can get into, but I think taxes are annoying.
Agreed.
I know it's old man screaming at the clouds, but like, where do your tax dollars go? And there's no transparency. And they're like, oh, the budget's online. Read it. Like, who's going to read that? And I don't know. So that annoyed me. So
that's 100% understandable. But I guess there's 2 guarantees in life: death and taxes. So you're stuck no matter what, dude. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, taxes suck. But we got to pay the government.
Allegedly. Like I said, there's a whole other spectrum you can get into, all that kind of stuff, which here nor there. But I guess the second thing that was annoying me, and I don't know why it annoys me, because listen, if you find happiness in something, no matter what it is, no matter how silly it is, Lord knows I find happiness on a lot of silly things.
True.
As when we get to my top 5, you will clearly see. But I don't know why this has been annoying me, but I love that term, exhausted now of something. Like, I am exhausted of the Savannah Bananas.
Are you?
Like, when they came out at first, it was a cute little TikTok of the silliness.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's everywhere and everything now.
Look.
And I feel like they've just overstayed their welcome for me. Like, if you're into it and you love it and it brings your kid and family joy for a night out, cool. But I just feel like they're everywhere all the time now. I'm just like, I just can't.
So listen, the way I look at it, it's kind of like, we had the Harlem Globetrotters growing up, right? So it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
But the Harlem Globetrotters are cool. Like, that was entertainment. This just seems like so much. Like, the Harlem Globetrotters are still playing basketball the whole time. These idiots do everything else but play. Well, we're not playing baseball. Then what are you doing? I don't know.
All right, look,
it's just a lot going on.
The game of baseball is boring enough as it is.
It is true.
And finally, you got some group of guys that are out there spicing it up a little bit. These are guys that either made a small splash in the MLB or never quite made it to the MLB and are still very skilled ball players, right? And they found a way to make money doing what they love still.
Like, it's good for them, and I'm happy for them.
And you're just over it.
I just
you're exhausted.
want to go every It's just I feel like it's just so much
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's at its peak, and like you said, it's good for them. They found a way to make money,
Yeah.
and people are finding entertainment in it. So cool, but I just don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm just exhausted of like
Understood.
same aim with like the Kelsey brothers. Like they're everywhere all at once, all the time, and I'm like,
Well,
oh,
primarily Jason now, right? Since he's retired, he's just everywhere. Like I saw this thing on Instagram where they made this whole spectacle at the Masters with these celebrities and whatnot. And I didn't even pay attention to it during the tournament, but it's one of those things where it's kind of those one-offs. You know, they're doing it on the side during the par three contest and everything. And a lot of the quote unquote golf guys on Instagram were bashing them. It's like, listen, it's the Masters. This is like the creme de la creme of all the tournaments that are out there. You need to kind of keep some of the traditions the way they are and not have this whole spectacle of bullcrap going on, you know? Which I totally agree with because I'm a traditionalist when it comes to that tournament.
and I get it too with the Masters and even this too. If it gets a new audience in and new eyeballs on it,
Yeah.
and you get young kids in, because maybe somebody wouldn't watch it that once was like, oh, what is this? So
Right.
I get all the angles that it takes and does, and like I said, if I don't like it, I don't have to watch it, and they don't. But I just feel like it's everywhere, and I just like, oh, if I have to see this guy do the same silly dance on the stilts, I'm just like over it. So it's just
Hey, but good to the good for the creator. I mean, he's a marketing
no.
genius.
I mean, all props, and like I said,
You're just
I
over it.
just I'm over it, and I
I
don't
get
even
it.
watch it, and I'm over it. But
I get it.
why it's
I
annoying me.
understand. I 100% understand. No, I do. I do. So for me, so my annoyance is totally a different spectrum than where you're at. But for me, it's you ever you ever like gone out to eat with somebody like a friend or a family member or someone like maybe you're at like a business dinner or something and you're there with a loud chewer or someone who just like eats with their mouth open is a oh my god, does it drive me up a wall? Literally, I can't stand it. It's one of those things where if I'm in a group of people and I have the option to go sit somewhere else to eat, I'll do it.
Mm.
Like, remember last week I was talking about the whole presentation thing, and we were in that. So they provided lunch, but I brought my own because I'm a snob like that. Because I have my meal prep, and I'm like, I'm gonna go in the other room and just eat my lunch by myself, where I don't have to hear all you suckers
People
eat
chew.
your. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so bad. Especially like they're if they don't even realize that they're doing it. Whoa, what's up? No, stop. Please stop. I can't stand it. It drives me up a wall. It's
Yeah,
like,
working in a restaurant for as many years as I
yes,
did,
you get
I
it.
saw a lot of
Oh
disgusting
my
habits. I'm like, how
god.
does anybody go out to eat with these people? Because they
Yeah.
are gross.
No, it's terrible. And I've done my fair share
And
working at
that's what they do in
restaurants.
public. I hate to
Oh,
see what they do at home.
oh no. No, thank you. It's so bad.
Yeah,
You
people
know,
are.
it just makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You're just like, please stop.
Hey, what's wrong? You want some?
You want to join me in? Yeah, no, it's oh god, it's awful. I can't no, I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can't do it. It really just it irritates the crap out of me so much, so badly,
Oh, fair enough.
so badly. Oh yeah, that's my annoyance for the week. Okay, so you brought this up to me, and I was like, all right, let's roll with it. So you talked about being goaded. So I want you to kind of open up your thoughts on it, and I'm going to piggyback off of what you have to say here.
So it annoys me, and
Keeping that
because I feel like they need something to talk about on the talking heads during the day. So I have the luxury of working from home.
oh
So I
ESPN,
throw on
etc.
ESPN and
Yeah.
whatever. And it's like when they have nothing else to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
well, he is the GOAT. And I just feel like it's a term that's just used too much now. So I thought of like, why can't we call someone like an icon of the
Yeah,
sport?
I like that.
Because everything's a GOAT. Like, obviously, you get into the LeBron versus Michael debate. And
Yeah,
to me, it's not a debate. It's Michael,
yeah,
case closed.
agreed.
But now today's generation has no idea what Michael did.
That's
And the
true.
baseball one, I hate it when people bring up Babe Ruth. The guy played
Mm,
200 years ago
yeah,
when the competition was not even what it was. So,
no,
but he's the GOAT. No, what Tom Brady, I just think everyone's goated. And I'm like, you can't, to me, compare generations either. Because these guys today are bigger, faster, stronger. The guys back then were tougher, I think, because they didn't have meal prep and a masseuse and a personal chef and a workout
yeah,
specialist and
true.
science and medicine.
I mean, wasn't
Like,
Babe Ruth like smemoking cigarettes in the dugout?
right. I mean,
That
there's
kind of thing.
Steelers back in the day smoking cigarettes on the
Yeah.
sideline, and those guys were tough
Yes, they
as
were tough
nails.
as nails.
And
Steel
today, a
curtain.
lot of these guys are made of glass,
Yeah,
but they are bigger, faster, stronger.
that's
But
true.
now in the NBA, oh, it's load management. Oh, it's a game off. Oh, he flopped. And it's like the game, even Gretzky, the GOAT,
Yep.
he even says he would be terrible in today's game, and he's
True.
100% right. He wasn't shooting on Vasilevsky or
No.
Bobrovsky or
No.
Saros.
And
He would not score a goal in
no,
today's
and
game.
he said that too. He said like the talent of the goalies in this day's game is not nearly what it was. Or I'm sorry, the other way around. The goalies he went against was not nearly what it was today. Yeah, that's
But I think
100%
he could
true.
be like, to me, he's the icon of the game
Yeah.
because he did a lot. I mean, when he got traded from Edmonton to LA, it brought a lot of eyeballs to the States for hockey because he was
Yes.
so well known. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, the Miracle on Ice helped too, but I think even though as a Canadian, he came to a huge market
Yes.
and it got a lot of people's interest. I think USA Hockey is where it is today, partially because Gretzky went to LA and what he did for the game, just being so good at what it was for that time. So was he the GOAT of that generation?
I would say
Absolutely.
that's what it probably more or less is like you have those goats that are like you said generational, right? If you look at our generation of player, which is kind of tough for me because I didn't really get into hockey until like the early 2000s, but I would say Sidney Crosby, right? Alex Ovechkin, which I know you're not a big Ovechkin fan, which I get. But what they're doing in today's game, Ovechkin broke Gretzky's record, right, for most goals. Is that what it was? Which is that would have been unheard of, right?
But I think Ovi's record will get broken. I think will get broken quicker than it took to beat Gretzky's record.
You're probably right because of the talent pool that's coming
so
into
insane.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we're like I said before, we're big Macklin Celebrini fans. To see what that kid's doing as a 19-year-old in his second year.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy, and just keeps playing strong.
I mean, it's just the talent level at this. I mean, it's just crazy, and I don't know. I just get tired of hearing that GOAT thrown around for everything.
Yeah, but for me, like, listen, LeBron's done what he's done, but he's also had to bounce around to different teams to obtain his titles and whatnot. Jordan did it with one team. Kobe did it with one team.
Jordan
right?
didn't flop.
Jordan, no, Jordan. And we talked about it before. Basketball in the 70s and 80s, these guys were throwing haymakers at each other while someone's driving the lane. They were I mean, who was it? Bill Laimbeer from the Pistons. All those guys. They didn't they didn't care. They were just going to lay into you.
Because I think this generation, because I get it, a lot of it's recency bias too.
Yeah.
But if you watch The Last Dance about Jordan, and these teams are like, we wanted to hurt him as much as we possibly could.
Yeah, because they knew just how good of a player he was. They knew what he did for his team. And what I loved about that whole special too is how he kind of coached up his teammates in practices. Right? He pushed them. And then when it came game time, it was easy. Right? It was easy for them because he pushed them so hard.
I want to change it to icon. This guy was an icon of the game because I think icon is like you were great and you left the sport in a better place than it was. Like Gretzky left hockey better off than he found it.
I like that. I like that terminology a lot. It kind of reminds me of some wrestling though, because like Sting was the icon. But no, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, what do they do to help grow the game? So, I look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods could arguably be the GOAT of golf, right? Maybe because Jack Nicklaus too, who still has the most majors, and Tiger's like right there in second place. But Tiger did so much for the game of golf for growth. Right?
That's what I think.
He hit the market and the world of golf at the right time.
And he made the sport grow.
Yeah.
If you can make the sport grow, and if you become a household name for someone that knows nothing about a sport, that's what Gretzky was. I don't know any hockey players, but I know Gretzky.
Yeah, everyone.
I don't know much about golf, but I know Tiger.
I think with hockey, it's either Gretzky, Lemieux, maybe Messier, and then more of the modern players. So you got the Crosby, you've got the Yzerman, you've got the Ovechkins, and the Stamkos, and God, who else? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But yeah, it's just if you can, you look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady was goated because he won 7 Super Bowls.
But I don't think he was that great.
Well, I think the reality of it is he was kind of Jordan-esque, right? He pushed his teammates to be better.
I would still take Montana over Brady.
Well, sure.
I would take all these other, but
again, it's generational, right? Montana has how many rings? He's got 5?
5.
4, 5, something like that. But again, he was another one of those that, and equipment wasn't as good. Montana took a beating.
A
I
beating.
mean, the game was different. At that time, you could literally next to murder each other on the football field.
Get up
And
and do it again.
yeah, exactly right.
Because Brady was another one. Every time he got touched, he had to cry for 20 minutes about
right.
it. Like,
What about Jerry Rice?
yeah.
Goated wide receiver, right? Or the icon wide receiver. Honestly, who could touch Jerry Rice's records? I mean, it's going to take a while. I mean, Mike Evans matched him for what, the thousand consecutive 1,000-yard seasons for what, 11 was it? That's no easy feat. I mean, think about it this way too, because even in Mike Evans' career with the Bucks, he had a time there where he had some crappy quarterbacks.
No, for sure.
I mean, it's like, all right, you got Jameis. All right, you had, and not to say they were necessarily crappy, but it was at the same time, it's all like the teams were not performing
well.
He was still doing well. He was still getting his touches, that kind of thing. But
yeah, just something I was thinking about because I'm just tired of hearing that GOAT phrase, and obviously it's a lot of opinion based because they're like, oh, you got to look at the stats. No, you got to look at this. Like everyone has their opinion of what that even means too.
Yeah,
because you could ask 5 different people and get 5 different answers of what that means. Does it mean titles? Does it mean MVPs? Does it mean you have all the records? Like, what does it?
And it's hard, and you're right. It depends on who you talk to because if you listen to the ESPN guys, everyone is back and forth between Jordan and LeBron. Jordan and LeBron. I'm all like, you can't really compare the two. It's not fair.
Right.
It's really not fair because the eras were totally different. How the game was played then was totally different. Like you said too, it's literally if I touch you on your elbow, then you're falling to the ground. Oh, that's what it feels like in today's. That's the reason why I don't watch NBA. I don't watch professional basketball, and I haven't since I was a kid because when I was a kid, Jordan was still playing for the Bulls. My older brother Paul was like a huge Bulls fan, loved basketball, played basketball, and was all like, "Yeah, I watched it." But now I'm like, I can't. Same thing. I can't watch soccer. Not only because of the sheer boredom out of it, but because those guys all flop all over the field too. I'm just like, no, it makes no damn sense.
Yeah, so that was just my hot take of the week of just that hearing that GOAT all the time, and I'm just like, can we just change the phrase or change what or come up with a definition of what it means? Because in 30 years from now, we're gonna have 30 goats. Like, what are we doing? Like,
but no, I mean, you're right. I think it's just a generational thing. You stick to, who was the GOAT of the '70s, who was the GOAT of the '80s, so on
or
and
who
so on.
kind of like hands the baton off to the next, like who's the face of the sport?
So I think that if you and granted wrestling's already scripted, right? But I mean, these guys still put their lives on the line. But if you look at it that way, there was a point in time where Hogan passed the baton on to The Rock, right? And then The Rock passed it on to Cena. And then Cena passed it on to, I don't know, to Cody maybe or whatever.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, something, something like that. And then, Undertaker passed it on to Brock, right? When he let him win it at the WrestleMania and broke his streak and that kind of. So those kind of things happen. Whether, because again, it's scripted, right? So those kind of things are just blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to actual sports, and these guys are still going to compete. You look at Sidney Crosby, this may be his last run for a cup. Honest to goodness. I mean, the Penguins are in it, and it's all like, maybe. They might. It's certainly a possibility. And all their guys have to stay healthy too. I don't know.
Things that make you think.
Things that make you go,
Yep.
Right?
Sure enough.
Yeah. So we talked about all of them. Brady, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Gretzky, Crosby, Mario Lemieux. I mean, Mario Lemieux did a hell of a job too. And the funny thing about Lemieux is that he played all these great years, stepped away from the game for a little bit because I think it was head injuries or something. I remember what it was. He got hurt, and then he came back and like still lit up the scoreboard and stuff. Yeah. So that was pretty awesome too. But again, I didn't watch a whole lot of that generation. I just know because I know a lot of random stupid crap. Yeah. So we're into the playoffs. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs have begun. So we already got one game out of the way so far, which was the Senators in Carolina. Carolina took game 1. I think they have a shutout, 2-0, I think it was.
I believe so.
I think it's going to be a tough series.
I think a lot of these series, let me pull out my trusty and we did put a bracket challenge up on our Awkward Uncle's Instagram page. So thank you for those who filled it out just for fun.
You can still do it. Still available. Check it out.
But it was hard when I was filling out these brackets because I'm like, man, a lot of these games, they feel like they should go one way. But I mean, the Battle of Pennsylvania is tough. Carolina always looks tough. And then they somehow always find a way to blow it. later on, and then Lightning is always scaring me because I feel like our first round we just can't get past. So you just have like some new blood in there, and some of these matchups are good. I think that Dallas Wild one is going to be really great. So just to be a lot of good matchups, a lot of good teams playing, and it's going to be exciting. It's always playoff hockey is always fun.
Playoff hockey is fun. It's we're going to go to Monica and I are going to go to game 1 tomorrow to see this Canadians Lightning showdown. It's like you said, I'm nervous about it too. I really am because I don't know how it's going to go. You know, Montreal is I think when it comes to playoff hockey, I think they're truly untested. This group, this bunch is truly untested. We don't know how they are because they're young. This is their first real show at it, right? But they're going to be good for a number of years. If the Lightning can get past Montreal in this first round, I have a really good feeling about the Lightning going all the way. Yeah. But this is going to be a good test. This is going to be a good strong test for them. Who else you got? You got Buffalo and the Bruins.
I think Buffalo walks away with it. I think that's
Do you think they sweep?
I think Boston maybe gets one just because.
So you think 5?
I think 5.
Buffalo and 5. That's kind of how I was feeling about it too. Buffalo's got home ice. They've been playing lights out towards the end of the season there too. I mean, they even played the Lightning really strong there towards the end of the season too. So yeah, 5 for Buffalo. I could see that. And then Carolina and the Senators. So Carolina already won game 1, but the Senators were playing their butts off. It wasn't like they laid down.
I mean, 2-0.
It's a tight game.
It's really, really.
That's a really tight game. They just couldn't get a. I mean, they were peppering the goalie. It's not like they weren't shooting.
I mean, a lot of times playoffs come down to what goalie gets hot and just zones out and just plays lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just get goalied in a series, and it's just like we couldn't find a way to beat him, and then he gets in your head, and then. But series have gone other ways where you get in the goalie's head and he just shuts down and he gets pulled.
Yeah, then he's screwed. Totally screwed. Yeah, I think Freddie Anderson looked really good today against the Sens. Well, Allmark had one goal he let in that it was just funky. I don't know if you saw it or not, but and I don't know who shot it, but one of the Carolina players shot it. He blocked it. It flew up and landed on top of his leg. Right?
Wow.
And then they reached in and poked it, and then it went like in the middle of the crease on the other side of Allmark, and then they tapped it in. It was like, oh, are you kidding? And Allmark did the right thing. He didn't know where the puck was at, so he froze. Right? So that was nuts. But you're gonna have some luck in there too. But yeah, Battle of Pennsylvania. I think that's gonna be a good series. I really do. Because you've got Sid the Kid, you got the old guys, basically. Because you got Letang, you got Evander Malkin, and then Crosby, and then Carlson too, right?
Yeah.
Eric Carlson. So you got the old guys going against, I guess, more of the young bucks. They're still a younger group. I think Rick Tocchet's done a great job with that bunch, coaching them in Philly. And then you got Zegras.
Yeah.
Is that who it is? Mr. Michigan. On the Philly side of it, again, that one could go either way. And I guess we'll find out after game 1 just what they all look like, right? Yeah, absolutely. And who we got on the West?
You got Anaheim, Edmonton. I think Edmonton just out of steam. They've been to 2 straight cups.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, exactly right. Two cup finals.
They're without a lot of their top guys. McDavid can only carry you so far.
That's true, but I think I saw where Draisaitl is going to be back.
Oh, well, good for him. I take Anaheim just out of principle.
Thank you. Yeah, I got my Anaheim hat on today. I'm going to take Anaheim for that one for sure. I like to see Killorn get back into the mix, in the playoff mix like that. So that's good.
I think Vegas, Utah. I think Utah just kind of overachieved.
You think so? Really?
Yeah, I don't see him going far. I think Vegas gets through this round, but not the next.
Okay, but how many games?
I think it's quick, 5 or 6.
I would say 6. I would say 6 for that matchup. And the only reason why, because I think Vegas is a little tired. I do. Because again, they're a bunch of older guys, right? You got some young bucks out there, but what's his face? Who's the kid that came from Toronto and went to Vegas?
Oh,
Marner, right?
Marner.
Yeah. He may show up, he didn't really show up for Toronto the last few seasons, so he may
But,
show
I
up.
mean, they've lost 0 games since Torch has been there.
That's true, and,
Torch knows how to win the playoffs.
I saw in an interview, they asked Tortorella, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm just staying out of the way."
Yeah,
He's like, "These guys know what to
what they're
do."
doing. I think the
So,
Vegas problems were lineup. They were putting Marner not at wing. They were making him play center where he wasn't comfortable.
oh,
Torch puts him back at wing where he feels comfortable, and he
yep,
goes on a tear. He's kinda just putting guys in position to win and letting them figure it out. I think they're just maybe being overcoached,
that could have
if that's
been.
the thing.
Yeah, well, maybe not overcoached, maybe stubbornly coached,
Right, and they
right?
weren't letting the play. Sometimes you gotta let your superstars be superstars, and
Yeah.
if you're holding back your horses, it's not benefiting you. So sometimes you gotta let these guys just play.
Yes, exactly.
So
Sometimes you gotta do that in, rec hockey too.
sometimes you do.
Just let them play.
Just let them play.
Line them up where they should be lined up, put the right, kids out there on the penalty kill or the power play, and, maybe something will come of it.
Maybe something will happen.
Maybe something will happen. Hmm. Hmm.
Things that make you go, "Hmm."
We'll see what happens with that. No, but I call it 6. I say 6 games. Uh, oh,
The Minnesota spanked Dallas earlier today. Minnesota looks unstoppable,
Minnesota looked really good. Like, that was
and
scary.
that was a road game.
Yeah.
And what Minnesota gets even crazier once they get home,
Yes,
so
exactly. The Battle of the Greens. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun series, I think, regardless. I wouldn't count Dallas out. They're the kind of team that does bounce back. Um, but I would probably I might go 6 games in that series too.
then Colorado, LA. I mean, Colorado should have a pretty much a cakewalk right through that round.
You think that's Kopitar swan song?
He's done.
Done. Done.
Stick a fork in LA.
Stick and fork and L. Really?
Yeah,
You think 4 games? You think they sweep them?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that could be a sweep.
That could be a
It's
sweep.
funny, I did 2 brackets.
Yeah.
One with my heart,
Yeah.
where I did homer picks,
Okay.
and then I did one with logic, whatever
Okay.
that is. So,
You know logic?
I had in my logical one, I had Minnesota against forgot now. I think it was Minnesota versus Ottawa.
For the cup?
Yeah.
Minnesota this is with your heart.
No, my thinking.
Oh, this is just like your gut.
Yeah, my
This is your
gut.
gut kind of feeling Minnesota and Ottawa.
That's wild, right?
I don't
My
know.
heart one is Tampa wins the cup
Yeah, of
against
course.
Minnesota. 'Cause why not? So,
As long as it's not Tampa and Colorado again.
no, unless we beat them.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
So,
Minnesota and Ottawa, wow.
I don't know.
I don't think Ottawa gets out of the first round.
Probably not, but why not? I might be a someone else. But I thought of this trivia question
Okay.
because you mentioned a lot of new teams in this that don't get a fair not a
They
fair
haven't been in a while.
been in a while.
Yeah.
So you got your teams in it this year. Out of the teams in the playoffs that we just went through,
Mm-hmm.
how many of those teams have never won a cup? See, I could have gone easy and who's won the most cups, and that's obvious.
Yeah, that's obvious. That's Montreal. So the team that's never won the cup,
You want to know how many are in the playoffs this year that have never won it?
yeah.
4.
Okay, so Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I need to list the teams. Let me see your other bracket. I don't remember the team. All right, so Buffalo's never won the cup. Mammoth has never won the cup. I don't think the Senators have won a cup.
No. 3 for 3. One more.
It's Minnesota.
Minnesota. Good
Yeah.
job. 4 for 4.
Yeah. Because Dallas did win it. 'Cause I remember.
Right.
Yeah, Dallas did win it
99, I
once.
think
Yeah.
it was.
That's
So for
right.
your bonus question,
Oh, whoa.
the Daily Double, there's been 10 teams total that haven't won the cup. Can you name the other 6?
Can I name the other 16? Can I get a list of the teams?
No, this is all from your head.
Come on. That haven't won the cup.
So 10 teams have not won it. You've
The-
already named
wait,
4, so there's 6 left.
Arizona doesn't count in this, does it?
It does not.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Seattle.
Correct.
Winnipeg.
Correct. Fire.
How many is that so far?
That is 6 total. Yeah, 4 left.
4 left. Okay. Thrashers don't count, right?
No, because that was
They're gone.
they're gone.
They're gone. Man, you put me on the spot here. This is
Yeah,
good.
it's tough.
This is good though.
Should I hum the Jeopardy theme song while you're thinking?
No, because we'll be here all night. Okay. Islanders have done it. Rangers have done it. Philly's done it. Penguins have done it.
There's one Canadian team left.
The Flames?
No, they won it.
They won it. Yeah, they did win it. Oh, Montreal's got it. Toronto's won it. The Canucks, Vancouver.
Canucks, that's right. You got 3 left.
Let's see. 3 left, and they're all in the States.
Yep.
LA's won it. Anaheim's won it. Anaheim won it once, 07.
All right.
Yep. Corey Perry was on that team. It was his rookie year. I knew that one. See, Dallas is one. Now I'm trying to go through like the whole.
Oh, you left California. You should have stayed in California.
Oh, San Jose.
San Jose. There you go.
Hasn't won it.
2 left.
2 left.
And I would say these are fairly newer teams, not brand new, but recent teams that have come into existence more recently than historic teams.
Like in the last 20 years?
Correct.
Columbus.
You have 1 left, sir, and you win the grand prize.
Which is what?
I have no idea.
A high five. Pat on the back. Good job, buddy.
This team was really close to making the playoffs this year, and they kind of shit the bed towards the end and didn't get in.
Really? In the East or the West?
They are in the East.
They're in the East.
Maybe they're in the West.
Oh, Nashville.
You named Nashville.
No, I didn't. I just did.
Yeah. Did you name the Blue Jackets?
Yeah.
Oh, I
that was
checked the wrong
Columbus.
one. There you go. But they were both really close.
And Nashville's in the West, by the way.
I knew Nashville.
Oh, that's right. You scratched the wrong one. Yeah. That's right. They've been close. Like they even went to the Cup Finals. I think they lost. No, that was Vegas that lost to Washington. Who did Nashville lose to?
They lost to was it Pitt?
It wasn't Pittsburgh. Crap, not gonna look it up.
But yeah, you did really good on that.
Thanks.
On the spot, no prep, 10 for 10.
Who
you
did
win $1 million?
Yeah, right. $1 million you don't have. Predators lose. Help I could spell. To in the Stanley Cup. No, that doesn't help too much. Was it Dragnabbit? It was the Penguins.
It was the Penguins.
It was the Penguins. 2017. It was the Penguins. That was one of their back-to-back years.
Your phone a friend.
That's right. Called you up. Yeah, it was the Pens. So that was Sid's 3rd cup, I think, or 2nd cup. So they went. I think they won it in 2017 and 2018. They went back to back.
Good job. On spot trivia.
Thanks. I appreciate
that.
You know, I'm trying. Full of useless information. I just got a bunch of useless information. That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a fun playoff for sure. Without
100%.
question. Without question. All right, so we got a top 5. This is a good top 5, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we're staying in the pop culture lane.
Yep. So this is the top 5 music concerts that you've actually seen in person. Perfect. Not watched on a video, not saw in a movie theater, but actually was there. You got beer poured on you or sweat on you or something, or somebody in the crowd annoyed you, or you smelled all the weed that going on in the crowd. But you were there for it.
I was there for it.
You were there for it. All right. So who is your number 5? I have a feeling our lists are going to be.
I have our lists different. Are not going to match one time. So, one thing I do miss is between my wife and I, we have a bucket somewhere of all the old concert
Yeah,
ticket
stubs,
stubs
yeah.
because we found them recently going through something. We're like, $20, what a
Yeah,
deal. You
right?
see the name, you're like, man, now you don't even get it. It sucks. I like the old ticket stubs.
Yeah.
Like
It
digital
was a
tickets are
good feeling,
convenient,
and then
but
you yeah.
plus you could scalp them easier back then because you could just buy it on the spot. Like I don't trust someone to transfer me a ticket now and all that.
It's a little
A
yeah,
little different.
it's a little shady, I
But
think.
my number 5, so there's a reason for my number 5.
'Kay.
It's my all-time favorite hair band,
Oh.
and I was actually supposed to see this band when I still lived in California.
Mhm.
They had a big LA show, and my mom agreed to let me go with a friend. It was gonna be my first actual concert, and I was excited. And 2 nights before, the lead singer got super sick,
Oh.
and they canceled the show, and I was heartbroken because this was in the peak of their greatness.
Mm.
I was probably in for a eye-opening experience that I had no idea for.
How old are you again?
So I would have been 7th or 8th grades,
12,
12,
13.
12, 13. So the concert gets canceled.
Yeah.
Not long after I moved to Florida, they kind of go out of their height as hair bands. But as all bands do, they start the concert, and I got to
Mhm.
see this band live and in person. And what was cool about it was I don't think their set changed from the 80s.
Oh,
They had the big giant red flashing lights on stage, the ramps, the fog machines,
wow.
all the nonsense.
Is it alright, so if I may, was it all the original members?
It was all the original
Okay,
members,
alright, cool, cool.
a little bit older,
Yep.
but it was Poison.
Poison.
It
Yeah.
was nothing but a good time.
I knew as soon as you said your favorite hair band, because you alluded to that a few weeks back, I was like, "Okay, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, your guilty pleasure." Yeah,
Oh man, Poison for me was just because my friend growing up in California, she was a huge Guns N' Roses fan.
yeah. Okay, sure.
So we always battled like who was better, Axl or
Man.
um, Brett Michaels. And it's funny, I saw Brett Michaels after the concert at the Hard Rock, and
Yeah.
up close, he looked old.
Rough, right?
So the bandana was covering the bald spot, but he was still like with the things on,
Oh, yeah.
and he put on a hell of a show.
I'm sure he did.
So part of it was nostalgia, but I appreciated that a lot of these because I went to they called it the Hairball. It was like a bunch of old
Oh,
80s, but this wasn't the Hairball. This was just Poison because I think it was like the 25th anniversary of Open Up and Say Ah.
okay.
So they did all the hits from that, all
Just
the
that album,
just that
right?
album
Yeah.
and like the greatest
I think
hits
it's kinda cool
around
when
it.
bands do that.
Um, but when you got there, you saw the ramps and
Mhm.
those silly red 80s
Did they have, like,
lights
the
and
laser lights and everything going too?
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Heck
cheesy,
yeah.
sparky pyro. I mean, it was everything I wanted it to be.
No, that's
Like
awesome.
like this is the concert I've been waiting
This is what it
my
was
whole
supposed to
life
be,
for.
right?
Because some of these bands now, why they'll never be on my list is because I feel like they just show up. It's a generic set.
Mhm.
They get in, and it's like, "Thank you, good night, Tampa,"
Yeah.
and it,
Read that card.
they go through their set list just to get through it.
Yeah.
There's no
It's just a payday.
like, I don't want you up there talking to me the whole time, but
Right.
be into it.
Yeah.
Don't just be
Enjoy the music, enjoy the crowd.
yeah, and Brett Michaels, like, he put on a show.
Yeah.
He was pouring in sweat, rocking like, it was just a good ol CC with his crazy guitar.
Sure.
It was awesome.
Oh, that's good.
So I was just like a little kid again for that night, and it took me back, and, I don't know, Poison just I think they're awesome.
Poison's good. I'm not a huge Poison fan, more or less the hits, but that's about it. But yeah, that's good. I mean, I think Poison is, if not the top rated, but one of the top rated hair bands of all time, I think it was, out of the 80s. Yeah, they're good. My number 5, we talked about this before, was, and it's kind of a two-parter because it's the same singer, but it's Hootie and the Blowfish slash Darius Rucker.
Okay.
Um, just puts on a good show. Just, nothing too glamorous, but if you're there for the music and you're just, you're having it is a good show. It's fun, it's comfortable. There's plenty of marijuana smell going around. Yeah, it's just it's good. I've like I said, I've seen him a number of times. I saw him as Hootie once, and I've seen him solo as Darius, like I think 3 times. And I told you, he put on a heck of a show and outperformed Purple Rain in my opinion. I thought he did a hell of a job.
Because you wanna feel like the artist still cares about it and is
Yeah.
into it. They're not just there to collect a
Right.
paycheck and sell $50
Yeah.
T-shirts. Like, you just hate it when they're up there and they're just doing it to do it and trying to
No.
get the hell out back to their tour
Yeah.
bus. Like, you wanna feel like you're getting your money's worth. So,
And I think that's exactly what Darius Rucker does. He's just up there, he's
he's
performing, he
enjoying it.
loves music and he loves the crowd and just loves the energy. And I think that's to your point, it's like if the artist is feeling the crowd and they're into it and everything, yeah, it just pumps them up. It gets them hyped up, and I think they enjoy what they do that way.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is I've seen this. So silly enough, when you asked me this question for the top 5,
Mhm.
in my notes app, I have every concert I've seen, so I don't want to forget them all.
Oh my.
And we don't have ticket stubs
Yeah.
anymore. So I always just put them in there, and then I put a number with how many times I've seen this
Oh
performer.
gosh.
So she is actually my number 1. I've seen her 5 times,
Okay.
and I've seen her in 3 different cities. Kelly Clarkson, the original American Idol.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, and it was her Ruth Eckerd Hall show, and Ruth Eckerd, if you ever been
I
there,
have been there.
it's a much smaller,
Yes, very small
intimate
venue.
crowd.
Yeah.
She at the time wasn't as popular. Probably she's kind of her career's kind of always,
It's been up and down.
American Idol. Then she kind of went away. Then she kind of came back.
Yeah.
And this was like during an era where she was just kind of not selling out stadiums, but still
Mhm.
wanted to perform.
Sure.
And I was second row. And what's cool about Ruth Eckerd second hall is I could literally touch the stage. So she was like almost from me to you.
Yeah.
And the people in front of me knew that this awkward guy was there to see her. So they let me go up in the front row with
Get
her.
out of here.
And
That's
I
cool.
embarrassed Denise to pieces because it's still in my office with the ticket stub.
Yeah.
I had an 8x10 of her,
Yeah.
and I had a Sharpie, and I just stood there waiting and waiting. And I'm like, all right, I bet you by the end of the show she'll do it. So I kind of just set it on the stage with a Sharpie because you were that close.
Sure.
And I'm just like, she's going to do it. And then at the very end, during the encore, she walks by, picks it up, signs it, hands it back to me. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Good for
I
you.
was that guy. I was being an ass. But I just think I think she's super underrated as a
As an
voice.
artist, yeah, she
I
got a
think
hell of a voice.
she can just belt.
Mhm.
She does all of her shows without her shoes because she just likes to feel the stage. She puts out a ton of energy. She, I don't know, she just belts those songs every single time.
That's
And it
phenomenal.
was just like an intimate show.
Yeah.
And she was just having fun and giggling and laughing. And I got an autograph from her on the stage at the end. So it just made my night. I love Kelly. I've always been a huge Kelly fan. And she does a residency off and on in Vegas. And I really want to go see her do that because kind of complete my tour. But yeah, Kelly Clarkson was my
Kelly
number
Clarkson.
4. Probably
Alright.
could have moved her up a little higher. Um, yeah, Kelly's my girl.
That's good. So my number 4, and this is kinda to bring back my childhood of wanting to see this band my entire childhood, and my dad would tease that crap out of me saying, "Oh, did you get your room done? Oh, coulda got you tickets to see so and so." And it's all like, "What? No, go clean my room." But yeah, so I finally in my mid-20s, I wanna say, I finally saw Bon Jovi in concert, after all this time and, being Bon Jovi growing up, doing the lip singing concerts at Christmas and everything, but yeah, finally got saw Bon Jovi in concert, and it was before his voice went to total crap, so it was still a good show, and Richie Sambora was still out there, so it was energetic, it was entertaining, um, it was good, it was, like you had it, you just kinda fulfilled that childhood hope
Mhm.
and dream, like, "Yeah, I get to see my favorite band of all time." So, yeah, that was my number 4 is Bon Jovi. You think it'd be higher up on the list, but, that's where they're at,
Yeah,
and,
fair enough.
for nostalgic purposes, so it was good show, it's a fun show, um, yeah, I saw them at, Benchmark Arena, it was here,
Oh, okay.
so, when it used to be the Ice Palace.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
nice.
it was good.
Number 3, it might surprise you, but it might not, because I
Okay,
feel like my music taste is very eclectic. I
if
like
that's what you wanna call it.
To me, this was a really good show because I love like the Sinatra era, the Dean Martin
Do you
era.
really?
I love the old time
Yeah,
crooners.
absolutely.
And to me, this guy is the modern day crooner, Sir Michael Bublé.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
he,
You saw Bublé in
I
concert?
did, it was amazing.
I bet it
Because what was
was.
cool about it is he brought back, there was a 30-piece orchestra
Oh, wow, so, like,
off
big
stage
band
with,
kinda
it's like a
thing.
big band
Yeah.
feel with the trumpets, all the, the
Yes.
show starts with just the trumpets going and a
Yeah.
single spotlight. And they did this really cool thing at the end. So cool. So he's in the Ice Palace,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. And he was talking about when he saw his favorite performer growing up did this, so he wanted to replicate it. So he puts the microphone behind him,
Yep.
stands in the middle of the stage. He's like, if you use the right part of your voice, you can just fill a room. And that's what I want to do. So he just sang a cappella with no microphone, and you could hear him throughout the entire Amway Arena,
Wow.
just belting
Really?
out the song. You're just like, and everyone was like pitch quiet because they just wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So it's like he was almost talking to
That's
you.
phenomenal.
And it was just a good show because it had that old time big band feel
Mm-hmm.
with just all the. I thought it was so cool.
Just
I
pure
think
entertainment,
I
right?
love Buble.
Yeah. He's got a hell of a voice.
He's
He
got a
really
great.
does. He's like our modern Sinatra, if you
I
will.
hate that he's kind of being lumped into like the Christmas genre so
Yeah,
much.
but you know what? It kind of happens that way,
No,
unfortunately.
unfortunately, and that's where his bread and butter is made, and I get it.
Didn't
But
they say like his Christmas album is like one of the top
uh,
grossest Christmas albums of all time?
but before he's Mr. Christmas, he did a thing with Josh Groban once, who I think Josh Groban's great.
Josh Groban's got a hell of a voice too.
Never got
Yeah.
to see him live. He's on like my bucket list of people I want to go see.
I think my mom saw him.
Oh,
I
really?
think my sister took my mom to go see him. That's like her
He's so
favorite.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But has a lot of good hits before he turned into Mr. Christmas, and
Mm-hmm.
I hope he goes back and does like another run of just his
I don't think
music.
I don't think he's gonna go away anytime
I
soon.
don't think so. He's
No.
just he's a good artist with a good voice, and he's just, hey, how you doing? Uh, uh,
He should do a residency in Vegas. It'd be very
oh,
fitting,
very
right?
fitting, right?
I mean,
Hundred
that's what
percent.
Sinatra and Dean Martin did. They all played out in the Vegas
Yeah, the
casinos and
orchestra.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
smash.
Yeah. Then they just need a Don Rickles kind of guy to go in there and mess with them a little bit. That'd be perfect. All right, so my number 3, and this is one of those bands where I know you're not a fan of them, but I've seen them. I've probably seen them at least a dozen times, if not more, that I can think of. But the Dave Matthews Band, I've seen them so many times. It's one of my all-time favorite live bands to see. In fact, I'm taking Sony to see them in a few weeks. They're playing at the amphitheater,
Mhm.
which is missing its roof. But we're going there. We're gonna go see them. That'll be her second concert. It'll be like my 15th time seeing Dave Matthews, as far as I can tell. And they've had lineup changes and that kind of thing too. Their original saxophone player died in a freak accident. Their original violinist got caught with some sexual scandal, whatever, and so the core is Dave Matthews, their bass player, and their drummer Carter Beauford, and then they got like extra guys that are kind of with them. But it's just I love the music. It's fun. It's good feeling. It's just they're a jam band, and you're like,
Mhm.
no, whatever, just get on with the show. I like it.
There's a
It's
40-minute rendition.
Yeah,
One of
right,
the most fun
exactly
you've
right.
ever heard
We're
of.
gonna play All Along the Watchtower, and 30 minutes later, we'll be done and move on to the next song. Smoke your weed, you'll be fine. We could just
I like
enjoy it.
Dave Matthews when I was in college.
Yeah.
It was like when I had my bachelor pad.
Sure.
You could just have a lady over,
Yeah,
throw that CD on.
absolutely.
It was guaranteed.
It hits. Well, it's no Sade, but it hits.
I'm like, before there was Netflix and chill, let's put on Dave Matthews Band and chill.
Right?
Man, he made many nights so happy for me.
Well,
But I've never seen him live. I have a buddy that travels every year to go see him like in 5 different cities.
so some of the shows that he does, like he'll do the Gorge out in Washington State, which is one of like the biggest shows it's a 3-day event. But like something like that is probably someplace your buddy has gone to see him. They've played stadiums, they've played Fenway, they've played, Wrigley Field, they've played, like, some of the great places and that kinda thing, but, yeah, there are people who will just literally spend their whole year traveling and going
Yeah.
to the big shows. I mean, they've done Central Park, they've done Piedmont Park in Atlanta, just all over the place.
I put this is like weird, but I put Dave Matthews in the same bucket I put Pearl Jam in. Like they're good if they're on, but live they're just like they're so I don't know, it's like 2 different things.
I don't know.
Listen, play Satellite and move on. I don't care.
Can I hear ants marching, please? Yeah, but, their their library of music has just grown so
Sure.
big, Of course, you wanna hear the hits, you wanna hear the big stuff, but I like to hear, like, the B-side stuff that they don't play all the time, you know, um, because that's the kinda stuff that I enjoy, is stuff that's not big and popular on the radio or anything like that. And I think Dave does that. They'll kinda sprinkle it in, or they'll do covers. Like, he's got a great cover of Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. I wanna be wow!
Hmm.
And I thought it was great, and they got all the lights and everything going too, and I'm like, "This is awesome." Um, so he's one of those type of bands that would do that. I don't know if I've never seen Pearl Jam live, so I couldn't tell you, but I don't know if they do any type of covers kind of thing.
Not sure.
Aside from that, he did that one. He did like a remake kind of cover of a song.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right.
where can that was an older
That
song that he
was, yep.
redid, but he made it super popular. Yeah, so it was good.
I'll accept it.
All right, thank you, appreciate that.
So I don't know if this was my first concert, but it was in probably my first 2 or 3.
Okay.
And my mom, if she would have known at the time what I was going to, probably would have never let me go.
Oh.
It was in Ybor City.
Oh.
I was a junior or senior in high school.
Is that the old Masquerade?
Maybe. It's called the Ritz.
Oh, okay, no, different place then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like 1993, 1994, showing
Okay.
how old I am. Me and my buddies wanted to go because Cypress Hill was opening.
Oh my.
That was the first time I ever got a contact high.
Yeah.
House of Pain
Yeah.
that's when they were at there.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill was huge.
Yep.
House of Pain was huge. And then this other band that was just starting out was opening for them.
Mm-hmm.
This opening band, no one had ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
The lead singer, his name escaped me, you'll probably know it, was literally handing cassette singles out to the band, like, "Hey, this is our band, man. Come check us out. We're really cool. We're opening up tonight." And that band was Rage Against the Machine.
Rage, sure.
So no one knew who they were. Rage goes up, and it was their first album, which is still an album you can listen to cover to cover. And they went up there, and they just killed. I still remember
Blew everyone's
watching
mind, right?
that concert, and they just jammed that
Yeah.
album, like Bullet in the Head,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And like, I'm like, this band's gonna be huge. And I was like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? I'm like, these
Yeah.
guys are something. I remember I went to the mall the next day. I'm like, do you have the Rage Against the Machine CD? They're like, who are you talking about?
Right.
I'm like, no, it's this band. They play like.
You went to Sam Goody, and they're like, I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking.
But House of Pain was great because you got to do the jump around.
Oh yeah.
Someone landed on my foot, like broke my pinky toe.
That would happen.
Then Cypress Hill came out, and like a giant joint comes out on
Insane in the
stage. Oh my
membrane.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
But those 3 bands, I think the ticket was like $20.
That was so. I mean, those are such
The venue was
times.
super tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little dumpy theater in Ybor.
Yeah.
And
It's
it was
still there.
yeah. Like that ticket today would probably be $200 in a huge stadium. It won't have near the feel that this little rinky-dink intimate venue can produce.
Did you ever see a show down at Janice Landing, which is now Janice Live?
Yeah.
That was another good little venue, right? For like bands that were still kind of trying. Like I saw, and this would be an honorable mention here, just kind of plug it. But I saw Nickelback open for Three Doors Down at Janice Landing, and it's like this before either one of them made it huge, right? And it's like, holy cow! Then you think back and you're like, I saw them when they were just getting started, when they're just just getting big.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's really cool because in my honorable mention, it wasn't like so much of a good show, but it was when I discovered a band for the first time live, and I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's how it was for me with Cypress Hill. So I mean, Rage.
Yeah.
I saw them when I was literally talking to the lead singer in the 7th Avenue, just.
That's so cool.
And now the guy is cool. So yeah, that was just a great show, great bands, great memories. Like I still remember that whole entire show.
I don't remember the name of the lead singer, but the lead guitar was Tom Morello.
Oh, that is true.
That guy was a badass. And then he went on to Audio Slave too.
That's right.
It was a guitar player for Audio Slave. Chris Cornell, lead singer.
There you go. Man, you were just hitting the hits with the trivia.
Keep going. All right. So that was your number 2?
Yep.
All right. My number 2, this might surprise you. It may not. I don't know. It might surprise you. All-time great country/pop singer ever. Male. Take a guess. Yep.
The serial killer.
He's not. Whatever. I know that whole thing too. But anyway, no. So I saw him again. It was at the Ice Palace. We're on the 2nd level, and we're like right above the stage. And you want to talk about just sheer entertainment. The guy just puts on a show every time. Then I saw him again. We just saw him a couple years back. Monica and I went with my sister and her fiance, and then a couple other friends. And again, the guy just puts on a show. Pure entertainer, knows what the crowd wants, feeds off the crowd. It was just such a great show. My claim to fame for the first concert I saw, Trisha Yearwood opened for him. And she comes over to our side of the stage, and she kind of looks up, and she's like looking into the crowd, and I look around, and no one's doing anything. So I stand up and I start waving my hands, and she waves right back to me. I'm like, yeah.
So I've seen Garth.
Yeah.
the first time I was supposed to see him in Tampa was 2015 when we went on our cup run and
Yep.
didn't win, and
Oh, that's right.
he got booted out
Yeah.
because it was the Stanley Cup,
Yep.
and they didn't there was so much media and so much involved that they
Yes.
couldn't flip
Right.
back
They
and
couldn't move
forth.
the
The
dates around.
NHL
I
actually
remember
put the
that.
kibosh on it,
We had tickets to that show too.
and what pissed me off is we had really good seats,
Mhm.
and "We'll get you back, Tampa." Like, never happened.
Yeah.
So we went and saw him in Orlando maybe 2 or 3 years later, and
Yeah.
again, it was a great show,
Yeah.
great energy. I didn't put him on my list because I don't know why. He didn't squeak in. He was definitely an honorable mention though, but because people knew the shtick and
Yep.
they hung up signs, so he did covers of those songs.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's an entertaining
He's an
dude.
entertainer.
I've heard he's a real prick in real life,
Mm,
but fair, whatever. Aren't we all?
a lot of them
Um,
are.
but man, you got a bang for. And what I appreciate about him too. I don't know if he still does it. I would assume he did. There's never a ticket over $50 for his shows.
um, yeah, so I don't know if it's exactly like that anymore, but what he does do is like every ticket in the house is the same price.
Right.
Whether you're
Yep.
up front or whether you're in the back
Yeah,
row,
you're
it's
paying.
all the same price. Yeah. He did that
I
like
appreciate the
every
artists that
time.
go out because I think Ticketmaster just lost a huge lawsuit again,
Yeah,
and they
wouldn't
don't do
doubt it.
squat for you. But I like the artists
Right.
that try to take on that system and go,
Yeah.
no, this is what we're doing. You don't like that's a whole another
Mhm.
annoyance in my life. But it was a great show. Everyone knows Garth Brooks songs, and then he does
Yeah.
the third verse of Low Places, and he puts the extra verse in Thunder
Thunder Rolls,
Rolls and
yep.
all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So it was a really, really good show.
It's fun.
Definitely my
Yeah.
honorable mention. Yeah, great show.
It's good stuff. I like it. All right. Drum roll.
This
Number
is no
1.
surprise. I've
Oh,
seen her
have you
4
actually
times.
seen her?
4 times. I've seen her when she just started out, and we were in a tiny little venue, and the ticket was like $20.
Mm.
I went with my friend Michelle. I was like, "Hey, you wanna go see this girl named Taylor with me?" She goes, "I guess." So I would drag her to so many stupid concerts back in the day.
And this is when she was country too, right?
Yeah, she was still like
Yeah.
a country girl. Second time I saw her, Denise was like 6 months pregnant and miserable, and I drug her to see
Oh
Taylor.
my god.
Um But the show that's the best show I've seen her live in was the Reputation tour at Ray J.
Yep.
Um, I didn't get to go to the Eras tour, and I'm still a little upset about that whole
Sorry.
thing.
You watched it on TV plenty.
You can watch it on TV plenty, but the Reputation tour, like even Denise, who's not a big Taylor fan,
Mhm.
left that she was like, "Holy shit, that was a show!" Like the thought and the work she puts into her
Mhm.
shows is second to none. Whether you love her, whether you hate her, um,
She's an entertainer.
I just happen to love her.
Yeah.
All the wristbands in the 70,000 seats,
Coordinated and everything.
choreographed,
Yeah.
and what's happening.
Yeah.
Just when she flew from the front end of the stage to the back end of the stage and flies back, and just, it's so well. I remember we walked around the back of Ray J. There was like 52 semis, all
Oh,
for her,
I
just
wouldn't doubt
equipment.
it. Yeah.
Um, I thought she does it every tour as well. She always gives all the truck drivers a bonus check on top of that for like 200 grand.
Wow.
Like she truly appreciates the crew,
Mhm.
and the girl just goes out there and slays it.
Yeah.
She doesn't half-ass any show ever. She puts everything and everything into her show. So T Swizzle takes number one for me, just because I think she's entertaining. Her shows it's like a damn Broadway play.
Yeah.
So yeah, T Swift number one. Um, no one's gonna bounce her for that.
It's fair. I've never seen her in concert. Don't really listen to her music. I know some of her country songs. I really don't know any of her like pop songs, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, another one. There's a reason why she's a billionaire. She puts on great entertainment. It's really just music related too, isn't it? And she like a billionaire because of all her music.
Yeah, yeah.
She doesn't really do endorsements, right?
I don't.
She
Maybe
didn't have
one
her
or
own
two here.
perfume, does she?
She did a perfume once. She's
Did
done
she?
little things here and there, but
Yeah.
she's not like on every commercial everywhere every time. It's
Right.
usually just all her publishing rights and all of her
Business
business. Yeah,
decisions, stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah. Smart kid, smart girl. My number one, this may not be a shocker to you, I don't know, but Metallica is my number. I've seen them 4 times live.
You going to the Sphere to see him?
I am not.
Oh.
I am not. I think it'd be cool, but no, I'm not traveling to Vegas to go see him in the Sphere. But rumor has it they're coming back to the Tampa Bay area in the next year or so.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
like, all right, cool. I'll go again. That won't bother me one bit. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I love Metallica music. I watching them live is phenomenal. I really wish I got to see him in the heyday, like in the late '80s, early '90s. I think that would have been cool. When Jason Newsted was the bass player, but it is what it is. I get to see the nicer James, which is fine. They still put on a hell of a show. It's for me, it's pure metal entertainment. I love it. It was great.
That's, I think, a band I still want to see before I die type thing. I never got to see Guns N' Roses live, which I don't know if I'd want to anymore because they're so cringe.
True.
But even Metallica was here last time. I really wanted to get out to one of them.
Yeah.
Didn't make it, but I think that's a band I definitely want to see live at least once.
So funny thing about that show, that I think it was the second night. Yeah, it was the second night 'cause Pantera opened for him. And my future brother-in-law and I didn't really sit and watch Pantera. Like we sat inside. Because I mean Pantera is good. They're not one of my favorites. So I'm like, meh. So we sat in because we had club seats. We sat in the inside while Pantera was playing. My nephew, my older brother Todd's kid, this is his very first concert was Metallica, and he's in the pit, first row
Oh wow!
for that whole show. And this kid, mind you, there is no shade inside the middle of Raymond James.
Right.
He is just Casper. He's ghost white, red hair, burns easily, and he's just out there all day watching, all the bands and everything play. And then Metallica finally hits, but he got a pick thrown to him, so he caught a pick from. I don't know if he got it from James or from Kirk, but either way, so he loved it. He thought it was great.
Does he go into a 20-minute rant about how Napster still owes him money?
That would have been Lars, and the answer is no.
Oh. It's the only time I was ever annoyed with Metallica. Like, I get it, but dude, learn it to change.
Yeah.
Here's your nickel. Go away.
Yeah, but at the time,
I get it. It was tough, but he just looked like a prick at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, you're a multimillionaire. You weren't looking out for the little guy. You're looking out for yourself. Kick rocks.
Kick rocks. Do you have any other honorable mentions?
So this is a band you probably have never even heard of.
Mm.
It was back when the day a local radio station put on the next big thing.
Yeah.
Now they're the next terrible thing. They get all terrible bands. But My Chemical Romance was headlining.
Yeah.
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus was there, which is Blink 182's Sidecar Boxcar Racer. But Red Jumpsuit Apparatus was there.
Okay.
Bunch of little bands. Anyway, we're walking around and this band catches our attention. And this girl is just killing it on stage. One of my favorite like grunge bands 90s is Garbage.
Yeah.
Female lead singer and like a band.
Yeah.
So this band called Shiny Toy Guns.
Girl. Shiny Toy Guns?
Shiny Toy Guns.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I haven't heard of this one.
Their lead singer her name's Cara Faye. The band's since broken up.
Yeah.
But her voice was just like, had this tone that was just memorizing. But the band's like rocking, kind of like old Evanescence, where it's like the band's hitting hard, but Amy Lee just kind of has like that piercing voice.
Yes, yeah.
So the Shiny Toy Guns, and I'm like, I love this band. So we went and looked them up. And then I saw them 2 or 3 times after that. And they were always, I saw them at Janice.
Yeah.
And she was like she was a cool chick.
You're right there, right?
Yeah, she's like all tatted out, blue hair. She's just perfect goth girl. And then the band kind of broke up because they never like made it like big enough to where they had a big enough cult following to support them, but never made it. They had like one mainstream hit, kind of sort of, that got radio play, but that was it. But it was like a cool concert because it was just a up and coming band that I found and discovered through seeing live music. Because seeing live music I think's really cool. It's just a pain now that it's so expensive and such a pain to go see live music anymore that it's like such a process too. And it's like concerts have become so ridiculously overpriced. And then the resale market kills it.
Oh, it's dumb.
It's a shame because live music I think is great. I think those artists and musicians work their butts
off.
Well,
that's what they're playing for too, right? Do you remember 98 Rocks Livestock? So I went one year and Creed was the headliner. But before Creed played, it was Seven Dust.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a show. I'm like, holy cow. So like that's one honorable mention was Seven Dust because so stupid. We were there for Creed. We were there all day. And we heard I heard some shit rock and roll, like rock metal. I'm like, what is this? And then I heard some really good stuff. And then finally when Creed hit the stage, my buddy and his girlfriend who I went with, they got into an argument. They got into a fight. We ended up leaving like 3 songs into Creed's set. I'm like, we were here all day to watch Creed play, and now we're leaving.
He didn't put his arms wide open?
I think it was before that album. Oh. But now I'm like, really? This is what we did? But anyway, no, Seven Dust, that was impressive. And then my last honorable mention would be, and it's a tour. It's the Anger Management Tour. It's the very first one. Check out this lineup:
Limp Bizkit?
DMX,
Yeah.
Godsmack, and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And Godsmack almost outplayed Limp Bizkit. My funny thing about this whole concert is DMX opened, right? I think he was on stage for maybe 30 minutes. And then when he's done, the crowd got a lot lighter. It's like all the people who were there for DMX were like, all right, we're out. They don't want to see, they don't want to see the rock or the new age metal group, whatever going on. I'm like, okay, so be it. But no, that was a hell of a show too.
I remember Limp Bizkit was big back in the day. Like the angry. Now I think we call that type of music divorced dad rock.
Well, they opened for Metallica just recently too last year. So
is Fred Durst still around?
He's still around. He had a blue wig on, and even like Wes, whatever his name is, the guitarist, still does weird shit. Like he's wearing like the skull thing going on.
Wow.
Whatnot. It was kind of cool though, because I guess the last show they did with Metallica, Wes had the skull thing still on, but then he dressed himself like 80s James Hetfield. So he had like the long hair, and he had like this jean vest on, and like black pants and the white high tops and everything. I'm like, that's funny. But yeah.
Yeah, but I counted in there. I think I've seen them over 200 shows live. So I was like trying to go through them all.
You've seen 200 shows live? Yeah.
And a lot of them, I'm like, I don't even remember seeing. Like, it wasn't even memorable. I'm like,
you're right. Like I'm sitting there, like, and I was thinking about it today at work. I'm like, God, who have I seen? Who have I not seen? And I'm like, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of shows, more shows than I ever would imagine that I thought I did. And like we talked before too, it's like sometimes you see the same band over and over again, like, Dave Matthews, 13, 15
I
times.
was, because of like those 98 Rock Fest and other things, I think I was stuck seeing Nickelback like 4 times.
No.
And I'm like, I don't hate Nickelback like everyone hated
I don't hate
Nickelback.
them either.
Like they're fun. They have some pretty good jams.
Yeah.
I think their overplayed stuff is overplayed, but some of their stuff actually is pretty cool. Like their harder stuff in the earlier, But I'm like, how am I seeing Nickelback 4 times now? Because we were always there maybe for like Breaking Benjamin or
somebody else,
Godsmack, or you know what I mean? Because like one of those like festival type, encore shows, radio station gigs, and let's have Nickelback for God. All right,
again.
here we go. But yeah.
So someone who I wish I've seen, I'll probably never get to see, would be Billy Joel. I wish I could see Billy Joel, because I think he's going downhill fast.
Yeah, same. I've seen Elton John twice, but never Billy Joel, and I wish same thing. Like every time Billy Joel was around in it, because I guess honorable mention because it was just fun, even though I'm not a huge Parrot head. Jimmy Buffett
Jimmy Buffett? Yeah, it's another one I would love to have seen.
Because like, man, the party starts. So our friends make it an event. They start tailgating at noon, right when the things open.
Yeah.
And just all the hula skirts and tiki bars that people set up. And I don't think people even care if Jimmy comes out and plays.
They're just there to have a good time.
To have a good time and
drink
just
and smoke
drink and do it up. And
absolutely.
But that was just like a good vibes. Like you can't get angry when Jimmy Buffett's playing. Just like it's just feel good music.
I love Jimmy Buffett music, and there's days where I'll just put it on only Jimmy Buffett, and that's it. And I'll just, Havana Daydreaming. Oh yeah. Cheeseburger in Paradise. I remember when I first played that for Bryson, and he goes, "Is he saying cheeseburger?" I'm like, "No, cheeseburger, bro." He goes, "Oh, you like the cheeseburger?" Come on. So yeah, that kind of thing. That was fun.
But yeah, good list.
That was a good list.
How many of my top 5 would you even have gone to?
I would have gone to Poison.
Okay.
I would see Poison, just for the sheer nostalgic factor of it. Rage, I think, would have been a hell of a show, but like maybe a little bit later in their career, not so much so early on.
Taylor Swift.
I don't know. I think I'd probably have to say I've been to a show, and then B, for the sheer entertainment factor, because I know she puts on a show. I know you're going to be entertained. You're going to sit there and be like, just like Denise was like, wow, that kind of thing. You're going to get it. It's the same thing with, Garth Brooks. You're going to go to a show, you're going to get entertained.
You're going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
That's also, I think that's what live music brings, just a good time and a good vibe. And I hate it when it doesn't. Do I have time for one more honorable mention?
Of course.
It was my boy's first concert, and we've seen him 2 or 3 times since, and it was just a good time, good feels. And that was Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons, yeah.
It's just a good, clean, fun show. They don't cuss in either. I brought them when they were like in 1st or 2nd grade.
Yeah, they put out a good message.
It's just like a good I mean, he puts out a ton of energy.
Yeah.
He just has like their music all up tempo, high energy, just like having fun and like you know what I mean. When Believer hits and Thunder hits and all
Yeah.
that, it's just like it's just fun, and I think that's what live music should be. There's nothing worse than when you go to a show and you leave disappointed. And you're just like, I just wasted a night getting a babysitter, making arrangements, having a good night, and this guy I paid $50 to entertain me didn't even want to be here himself.
Yeah, that's
So when
bad.
you like it when you go to a show, you're like, man, that was good.
Mhm.
So I should have. Imagine Dragons was always a really good show.
I can't honestly, and again, I've been to a lot of concerts, but I can't honestly think of, at least think of one where I was just all like, "Why'd I even bother coming to this thing?" Like, honestly.
I've had a few, unfortunately.
Well, I believe that. You've also been to more shows than I have. Have you ever seen OAR? You ever heard of OAR?
I think they're at one of those festivals
Yeah,
we
that
went
very well
to.
could have been. You know, the band's called Of a Revolution, so that
Hmm.
OAR stands for, and I've seen them in concert a few times too. Put on a good show. You know, they did Ruth Eckerd. They did what's the ice rink down in Fort Myers?
Estero,
Yeah. Yeah, they played there. I think it's where the Everblades play.
Everblades
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a bad show out of them. So.
I could have done my top 5 bands to never go see. Because you're just mad because you wasted time, you wasted
Yeah.
money, you wasted. Yeah.
Probably absolutely 100% have that list where I would not because I go to the shows that I want to go to. I think in your case, you guys kind of have to balance things out a little bit. Like you go see some shows that she likes that you're not too fond of, and vice versa. So
She won't go to any of my shows because her shows are always like 25, $30 a ticket still.
yeah,
And then I want to go see Lana Del Rey at $225 a ticket
it's making
or
perfect sense.
Sabrina Carpenter at $300 a ticket.
Yeah,
And she's just like, we're not paying that much to see. No, absolutely not. Okay.
yeah, but it's ridiculous. I mean, all right. So Sonia's first concert was Billie Eilish,
Hmm.
and she loved the show. She absolutely, and her and Monica went. They went down to Miami to go see her. But that was not cheap.
No.
Not cheap at all. You know, and then you had hotel you had to pay on top of it too. So I was like, "Ugh." But no, she loved the show. She enjoyed it. So I'm like, it's worth it.
As long as you get a good time and
Yeah,
a good experience out of it, that's all I'm looking for in a show. I mean,
absolutely.
good
Agreed.
list.
Good list. Good list. All right. I got a couple dad
I
jokes.
got a couple dad jokes.
Do you?
Hmm.
All right, go first.
All right. You want them both right now, back to back?
You want to go alternate or you want to go back to back?
I'll go back to
All
back.
right, back to back.
Uh, saw a one-legged man at the bank the other day. He was just checking his balance.
Oh my god, it's so stupid.
Did you hear about the guy that farted in church?
No.
He sat in his own pew.
Those are good. Oh my god, those are good. So my uncle has 2 Dobermans, Rolex and Timex, watchdogs. Why didn't the vampire bite Taylor Swift?
She had bad blood.
Yeah! Exactly right. She had bad blood. Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Follow us everywhere you can. Spotify, Apple, Instagram. Tell us what your top 5 concerts are in the comments, whether it be on Spotify, whether it be on Instagram. Let us know, and we'll reply back to your list. Got anything else?
That's it. Have a great week.
That's it. Have a great week. We love you all. We'll see you later.